If you clicked on this video, you're obnoxious because you want everybody to know that you're around. You're one of these fragrance dudes that does 758 sprays on a low performance fragrance so they can bullhorn people's noses into knowing, yo, I am here, I have arrived, I'm making a statement. I respect it. You shouldn't have to do 400 sprays of a fragrance just to be noticed or for it to last all day. Boy's here to put you on to 10 fragrances in the niche and designer space that will last you all day without you having to do crazy ass amount of pumps. So let's roll my music so I can put you on to 10 fragrances that will last you all night long. Ooh! We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I wanna be Cuba. Listen, one of my beautiful peoples, you know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. That's what you want. Performance and sillage. You want to be noticed. You want that liquid courage to be exterior on your chesticles. And you're looking for any excuse to enhance that compliment or just to get attention. You want to be noticed by dudes and women. Even straight dudes don't want to admit that they want to be noticed by other dudes because they want you to be envious of them. They want another dude to walk by and be like, damn, he's got his shit together and smells good. I gotta step my game up. That's how it is because women don't get dressed up for dudes. They get dressed up for other ladies. You don't believe me? Ask all my wives. But just putting you on to fragrances that last all day and get you no compliments is not something that you're particularly looking for. You're looking for a fragrance that'll last you all day as well as smell sexy. And this first fragrance is absolutely in that category by Amouage, Royal Tobacco. Royal Tobacco is an award-winning, ridiculously gorgerific tobacco incensey, smoky sex magnet of a fragrance that is really only for the man's man who can handle a high performance fragrance on their body. One of the most incredible fragrances in my collection, bar none, blew my doors, instant love at first sniff. This is something that can only be worn in fall and winter. The colder, the better. If you're in motherfucking Siberia, this shit'll come in clutch. This fragrance for me is pure seduction. I have had nothing under 14 hours of longevity with this fragrance on skin. If you put it on clothes, it's just never coming out of the fiber. So sexy and good performance, like me, would be Royal Tobacco. Next one. Now, in the space of annoying everybody around you, this particular fragrance has insane longevity. This is a flanker of the original, as this is Xerjoff's Herba Pura Mágica. But Mágica and Herba Pura really share a lot of the same scent profiles and performances, and I'm talking about fucking 18 hours at least. It's a dull fruit cocktail with all the syrup just thrown on your torso, followed by excessive amounts of musk. This is a very polarizing, attractive scent profile that seems to be getting a lot of attention in the clone space. Haramain cloned this particular fragrance, and I told you guys before in one of the videos that it was the scent of Miami. It was a scent profile that in the couple of days that I was there, I pinpointed very easily in the airport, in hotels, in the bars and restaurants. It was something that was very popular because it performs incredible, and that sweetness does have something very attractive and delectable about it that will get massive amount of attention because the scent cloud that this leaves will murder people. Herba Pura Mágica is absolutely a beautiful scent profile with incredible longevity. I mean, the shit won't come off with Brillo. Next one. Now, if you're still looking for something slightly more affordable but still an incredible masculine leathery scent profile with beautiful tobacco smokiness, and I'm talking about sweet pipe tobacco, a refined individual who wears a smoking jacket and just a little bit of a pipe, then Zaharov's leather tobacco is exactly what you're looking for. Just man's man. It's a honey leather that's potent as shit, beyond amazing, and is only in the $150 some odd space. This is a fragrance, and I rarely say this, that should cost a little bit more, and if you put a higher end label on it or some really fancy niche name on it, forget it. The shit'll be $300-400 easy. This joint has been loved by everybody who has smelled it. I rarely find a situation where somebody would be like, oh, this is okay, or whatever. This shit is fantastical. If you like leather-based fragrances and you want something that'll last you all day, I'm talking 10+ hours, Zaharov leather tobacco is one you absolutely need because it's complement and performance built in one. Next one. As fuckboy as this fragrance is, Dior Sauvage Elixir performs incredible. For me, it's the better one of the flankers, one that suits me, one that I can wear more, one that just assimilates more with my age demographic, senior citizen. For me, the patchouli and that spicy licorice kind of scent profile really stands out in this scent profile, making it a little bit more mature, but it still keeps that same energy of very loud and ostentatious and turned up and fuckboy energy that that the Dior Sauvage lineup is particularly known for. A lot of people are tired of the Dior Sauvage scent profile, and I completely understand. It has the mass appeal capability, it has that sexy factor, and then the accessibility of just walking to a department store rather than purchasing on Amazon or anything like that just to test it out is readily available in every major spot. But there's rarely been a time that I've had under a 12-hour performance on this particular fragrance, and my skin is kind of tough, so definitely Dior Sauvage is a compliment monster with a hell of a performance record. Next one. This fragrance took me some time, and this for me feels like the situations where I want to wear a little bit of a polo action, a little button up, throw on some Lulus, and maybe a little bit of boat shoe action, because Narcisco Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum just hits really nice. The name is Narciso. I'm Spanish, so I call this motherfucker Narcisco, okay? It's just a heavy, powdery, slightly metallic leather fragrance with a lot of maturity behind it. This is definitely that Harvey Specter from the show Suits kind of persona. Very demanding, commanding, powerful, influential. Big boss, largest dick swinging in the locker room kind of energy. But I must say, what has impressed me the most has been the performance of this scent profile off of my skin. Hovering around that 10-hour mark, absolutely a compliment grabbing scent profile that has that performance and that stature that you're looking for. This is not that fuckboy type energy as the previous fragrance. Very mature, very classy, very debonair, and speaks volume to the power and the sophistication of the person who selects this particular fragrance to wear. You're encompassing and embodying air of damn near aristocracy. You know what I'm saying? You're walking around with a puffed up chest a little bit. You're a little bit cocky, slightly conceited, but you know your shit don't stink, but you back it up too. And to obtain the compliments that a lot of people are looking for, it's not just about the look or the smell, it's how you present yourself as an overall package. This joint is an overall package scent profile, so definitely one that will last all day and get you wow compliments. Next one. Tom Ford is definitely an amazing scent profile, but I feel that Rasasi's La Yuca Wam definitely holds the title as far as performance and that similar scent profile. I gotta keep in mind, not everybody's at a particular space that they want to spend X amount of money on scented water, so we gotta ball on a budget with something that still has some base and performance. La Yuca Wam is definitely that. It's leather, amber, and that beautiful juicy raspberry note that the Tom Ford Z's carries in a much more affordable packaging, and for me has a little bit better performance. Rasasi does amazing clones, and one of the things that they never really slacked on has been performance. This has been living in that 9.5-hour mark. If you've gotten your hands on Tuscan leather or maybe Godolphin and you want something in that same space, La Yuca Wam absolutely satisfies that shit on a budget. Next one. Now I'm resurrecting somebody from the dead. This is a fragrance that is probably not on anybody's list nowadays. People have forgotten about this joint, but this was a staple for me. In ultra hot weather, this joint never dropped the ball, and that's Bulgari Aqua Amara. Never dropped the ball. This salty, beautiful, citric, bright, just oceanic monster always did amazing off the skin. It was really, really impressive how beastly this joint would do. This is my second bottle of Aqua Amara, and I haven't worn it in such a long time, hence there's a ton of juice in here. But I always vowed to keep it in my stash, to always reach for it on a casual summertime vibe, that I really didn't want to have to worry about the reapplication and wanted to have that summertime salty essence with me at all times. This is definitely a great compliment grabbing scent profile that lasts easy 9+ hours in high heat where fragrances can't rock. I've always felt like that's why Middle Easterns wear these heavy oud fragrances, because that desert heat will just eat up any fresh sort of fragrance that is really out there. That's why they wear these ultra dense ouds and oils that just sit on top of the skin and have motherfuckers in the desert looking glossy. This joint, I won't say matches up with like Dubai heat, but if we're talking about some standard hot weather, hot climate, humidity vibes, this shit will still stand out, and the opening of the pores will project out there and get your ass noticed. So Bulgari Aqua Amara, compliments and performance. Next one. Something about this sexy phantom that keeps me wanting to spray clothing fibers. That's Kilian's Black Phantom. No slouch when it comes to sweet, gourmandy coffee, mysteriously sexy scent profiles. I love this scent. It's definitely one of the gems in my collection. I think anybody who has worn this fragrance can share similar. There's some people that may not like this scent profile because they're just not a gourmandy type fan, and I completely understand. This shit just has all the sexy qualities that somebody is particularly looking for in the fall that has amazing sillage and longevity. I've gotten 14-hour days out of this shit and not dropping a beat. Like, this joint just flows melodically. I feel like it just gets better the more that you perspirate throughout the day. You're moving around, your body's hot, even you're a little funky. It starts to kick up. I feel like it's a break glass in case of emergency type situation. Kilian Black Phantom, performance and compliments, bar none. Next one. Very sweet, very good. Anybody who smelled it absolutely loves it, and it performs wild. Aaron Terrence Hughes, hard candy elixir. Wild. Sweet confectionery candy just sitting in a vast of water and scented and broxen and musky. Just powerful. A lot of notes in this scent profile, but they really don't smell scattered or all over the place. It's actually a beautiful, well-executed, sexy scent profile that Aaron Terrence Hughes has pulled off with this joint. I mean, there's a lot of them that can match up in the performance space. I might even have to do a part 2 of this list, and I can confidently say Aaron Terrence Hughes fragrances would live in that. I can name a few of them that have this ultra crazy performance scent profile with wild mass appeal. 14 plus hours easy without breaking a sweat, and trust me, you'll definitely want to sample this if you like a sweet fragrance. And finally, ultra sexy, ultra powerful, whiskey.com with Unique Luxuries Coute. This is my first full bottle of Coute minus the I don't know how many samples I've had of this shit. Can't wait for it to get chilly because I'm going to spray my soul. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to stuff this up my ass, spray the internal parts of my belly button so it can just come out of my pores. Too much? Not that bad. This is just a man encompassed in a fragrance. It's whiskey, it's tobacco, it's vanilla, it's caramel. You got oud, you got sandalwood. What else you want? Performance-wise on this, 7 months. Proceed with caution, be easy with the sprays. If you're operating machinery at work or driving home, follow the speed limit, fam, because if you get a DUI, it's not my fault. They're gonna have you blow on that thing, pause, just to be sure you're not whiskeyed out, because this shit is a man's man in a bottle with all the balls. I've given you a phenomenal list of 10 fragrances that are complement beasts with amazing performance. If you want a part 2, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all stitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.